This is a dirty Hot Wheels Ratbomb. These were produced from 2008 to 2013 by Hot Wheels. And this one obviously needs a little cleaning. Those of you who follow the community tab on my channel know that I purchased a group of cars off eBay that came with almost an equal amount of weight in the package of dirt as the cars themselves. This one, this may look like hell, but it's in great shape under there. Kind of looking at it, you can see the glass is actually still good. The casting isn't really screwed up or anything. I mean, it looks terrible, but and you see the wheels are a little tweaked and stuff, but we're not keeping those. So one thing I've learned, and I've learned it the hard way, and I've gone through a few dirty cars like this, and I'll be going through quite a few more. When you get these, you don't want to just like go dunk them in water and, soap them up and get them, wash them. You kind of want to chip away whatever you can first, because that makes it a lot easier. So, I didn't clean it before I drilled it, and finally, the dirt was keeping it together too, even after I had drilled it, but just wedged it apart here. There's multiple parts to this thing, and you saw one part fall off there. It's metal base, metal body. Even that engine, the pipes, that section there is metal. The interior is plastic. You can't tell, but it was chrome. Yeah, that's actually chrome plastic there. You see the dirt falling off of this thing. I don't know why, but it made me enjoy this even more. So I finally got the glass out, and as dirty as it is, there was very little glass that shows through the casting, which really protected it. So drilled it, tapped it, threw these button head screws in it. At this point, I've cleaned it up, quite a bit. I did after chipping all the stuff off. Then I washed it, and those wheels had to go. They're just ugly wheels. What I ended up doing is swapping out those wheels for Funline Muscle Machines wheels. And I really like the looks of those. You'll see those pretty much at the end of the video, as I recall. But this body had some rough areas on it, needed a little cleaning here and there. So, at this point, it's been through the stripper. Still had some areas that were just play worn. So I cleaned it up, did a lot of filing, a lot of sanding. There were some splotches and stuff on the casting that no matter how much I cleaned it, I couldn't get rid of. So what I ended up doing, I knew what color I wanted this to be, and you guys are going to get sick of me with the metal cast paints. But I ended up going over this with the metal cast silver base coat. So it had a really nice shiny silver base coat under all of it. I did that on the pipes as well, and you'll see that coming up. Those two metal pieces, they were two separate metal pieces. I kept the pipe section just in that metal cast base coat. And then this one I decided, I wanted to put color on it. I don't know if you can see it here in the bed, but this thing being a rat rod, rat bomb, whatever they were calling it, dirt bomb. It does have engine parts and things in the bed of the truck. And so I do detail those a little bit, but that wasn't a key part of this. I knew what color I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be the metal cast red. I love that color. I can't get enough of this color. Unfortunately, and you see the masking tape there over the front. That's because part of the engine is built into the casting of the body as well, the intake. And I wanted that to stay metal without the paint. So I just wrapped it in masking tape, shot the rest of it, rattle can everything. So rattle can this. The problem was, as I've said before, I paint outside. And unfortunately, I picked up some dust out there. And so I ended up having to wet sand the body, get those spots out. And I think I did a pretty good job. It turns out I'm pretty happy with the paint. And so I just freaking love this color. The metal cast base coat did remain on those pipes. It actually worked masking it. So you'll see that. And it also looked really good on the pipes that are basically under. It's hard to explain, but anyhow, you have this part of the body that also has the intake to the engine coming up through the plastic body that is the engine itself, is plastic in the plastic interior, and is the engine. And then under that is a piece of metal that's the pipes and the front radiator. Excuse me. And then there's the base that you're seeing here, the chassis. That I shot with black paint. And again, those are the Funline Muscle Machine wheels that I put on there. The front's dropped basically straight in, direct replacement for the axle that was originally there, the Hot Wheels axle. And then the back, I did have to cut the Muscle Machines axle, and then I super glued those into place, and I used the baking powder for reinforcement. There's that metal piece that goes under the plastic engine. That's the silver metal cast base coat that you see on there. And so I just ended up, detailing the pipes a little bit. Again, this is with Citadel black paint. I used Citadel paint for all of the hand-painted details on here. And so that I love that paint. It works really well. It's water-based, so, it's so easy to use. If it gets outside of any area you want, it's easy cleanup. You'll see me wipe it with my fingers. You'll see me wipe it with toothpicks. You name it. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to get it into the little recesses there. But yeah, it's a great paint to use. And then I did do some very basic interior detail. I tried to concentrate more on the engine. I wanted to give it some coloring and detail to make it pop. The interior, I painted the stick, I painted the dash. I did some very light detailing on the interior because there's absolutely no way you can see it with those smoked little tiny windows on this thing. You can try your best and you're not going to see it. I could put a light inside of there and you wouldn't be able to see it. But I know it's there. You know it's there. The video knows it's there. Oh, I painted the steering wheel too. You can say I spent a little more time on the engine itself. I painted the belt. Painted that plastic. I stripped that in super clean. Stripped the chrome that was remaining off of it. That works great. And then I shot it with the Tamiya fine surface primer gray. And then I went over that, hand painting the details. The glass, again, it's tiny, very tiny windows. Went over it with the Flitz polish. And then I know all of you wait anxiously in all the videos for what happens next with the glass. Because you know it and I know it. Everybody likes to hear gauzy. So, and I have had comments from a friend about that we just like saying the word gauzy. Yeah, that's true. So you dip it in the gauzy, wick off the excess. I had to use kind of fine pointy tweezers for this one to try and hold it because, again, it's just so small. And so took it out of the gauzy and then put it in a case to let it dry. So there are the pieces. Yeah, there's quite a few little pieces to this little guy. So there's the metal part that drops onto the chassis. I'm dropping the glass into the top. And then you see up there at top right is the only piece of this that's the plastic part is the interior and the engine. So I thought that was probably the approach to take to get all this together. And you can see I did put some detail on the parts in the bed, but not a lot. It's not like I really wanted that to stand out there in there, but I didn't want that to draw attention necessarily. I want those chrome wheels and that red paint to catch your eye. So I know this isn't what they intended with the Rat Bomb, and I thought about doing this dirty ratty, but it started out as dirty ratty. So I actually have another one that's somewhat similar to this. It's not a Rat Bomb, but it was in the box of dirt clods, and it might be a surf bomb, something like that. And very similar to this casting, but different. So there we go with our dirty Rat Bomb. I should put that in the title, huh? Dirty, with like extra R's. Anyhow, yeah, it might look like hell and stuff, but you look at it, if you really look at it, you can tell that's not in bad shape under there. So, and that's one of the things about all these castings that were in this eBay group. They're not bad. I mean, okay, there's some that are horrible, but the guy threw them in for free. But by and large, the ones that were listed in the auction look kind of like this. It's a nice looking casting under the dirt. And those wheels, I'm sorry, they're butt ugly. I do not like those wheels on this casting, and you'll see why here in a second. Because the fantastic Funline Muscle Machine wheels smoke it. So there you go. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I had fun detailing this thing. It's probably the most I've ever detailed an engine. Because I'm not great on details. I'm working on it. I did use the robin's egg blue that I created for the headlights. I don't know, I just like the headlights not white and not chrome silvery necessarily. I like the light blue look. I think it's a more realistic look. You can see how tiny those windows are. You can't see anything in that interior. But there you have it. I hope you like this. There's some glamour shots coming up. Thank you to all my subscribers. Those of you who aren't subscribers, check that subscribe button and catch the future ones. Thank you, everybody, for watching these. Stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.